ships while on my way to Mare Nostrum? Good question. I think I will end up picking up the one for having the centres of trade, inevitably. Also, are there any other specific ones? Is there one for completing the mission tree? Sometimes is. Yeah, Consulate of the Sea. Just to refresh my memory. I did have a quick look before I started to see if there were any other ones, just for efficiency and time-saving purposes. But couldn't see any that were obvious other than yeah. I could, if I formed, I could, yeah, see, the problem is I could form, I need to have a think about it. Consulate of the Sea would be the main one. Okay, fairly average air, fairly annoyingly 0 mil ruler. That could be worse. I didn't do that. Oh, also, I should really move my trader away from there to help me fabricate, and that is no longer needed. Lost the effects of excommunication. Oh, of course, because our ruler died. Well, I get immediately re-excommunicated, but what can you do? Them's the breed. Another one, but it was one of the weird memey ones. The one I love is just resting in my account. I'm a huge fan of Father Ted. And I love that they've popped lovely, charming face in there. It's a shame Derek Morgan died so young. I love that. Separatists, you really want to rise up now. If I remember correctly, you're a fairly sizable stack. Nothing I can't handle, though. See that? I don't have the achievement. You're right. I have never corrupted officials. See, the thing is, though, the achievements you already have don't show up here, so if I get the achievement, I'll never be able to just call it up and... SMH. Shaking my head, I didn't see it. Well, if these guys rise up, they rise up. But you should definitely... One year. That game. Definitely won't get to the case where you get to 90% and then just sit there like that for 5 years. Cannon over to Egypt. Stack is missing cannon. You're missing cannon. Get rid of all the mercs. Clearly, you just need more men. Clearly, I need to remember to fabricate. I am terrible at this game. So for this position. I need to have strongest trade power. Interesting. I don't know how feasible that's going to be without occupying Cairo, but yeah, we'll see. There we go. France finally peace out. They owe us 3 favours, of course they do. Well, I got power projection for that. Even better. What's the war with England? Yeah, reconquest of Maine. England are getting kicked out of the continent, but they're occupying the British Isles fairly conclusively, it has to be said. Oh, there they go. Will you win that? Got that. Got that in the bag. Oh boy. Oh boy. Packed a wallop. Remember when I had that? Yikes. The rest of these rebels are not too bad. Maybe the Tlemceni ones. But over 6 years, the separatism will tick down anyway. Seven years even. Figwig. Why do I have Tlemceni? I integrated you. For extension. Okay. Makes sense. Keep you up at night, one long Aragon. Well, I think the rest of the coastline will get even longer. Yeah, let's not examine the phrasing of that too closely. So I went defensive and humanist because I very rarely take defensive, even though it's great for its relentless drill and other things. And humanist is pretty good as well, just rarely seem to take them. I really feel a little bit twitchy, not you know, having Guinea land and not converting it. It's unusual feeling. Sitting on that land. I could make some states though, actually. Think of it. You'd be done. There'll be 52. That's another 8. 38 years. How long? Integrate. Show me. Well. And I've lost my train of thought now. I have completely lost my train of thought. Something ideas, something... My defense, I've not yet finished my morning pot of tea, so... Yeah, manually integrating it is pain, but I don't have a lot of choice. The chance to inherit was something like minus 30%, so I'd have to get really big, and by that point, yeah, bother. Yeah, minus 25. And endgame products or endgame tags are a product of the devil itself, yeah. My understanding is that even if I formed Spain, even though Spain I believe is an endgame tag, you can still form the Roman Empire by decision. It's exceptions to the endgame tag no switch thing. Don't quote me on that because my knowledge is pretty out of date. But in any case, I have no real desire to Spain. I like seeing Aragon spread its way through the Mediterranean. Ah, yeah, HRE as well, of course. Oh, excellent. We have the highest trade power. Let's take that before it changes. Nations are so overpowered. Look at that. Hey, have all these permanent claims. Pay money for mercantilism? Don't mind if I do. Absolutely no point in having that spy network. Well, improve relations with Naples. Actually, what do I need to do for the next mission here? Mare Nostrum. Got the right title anyway. Right. Any Christian nation with at least 70 total development and a capital in the Horn of Africa region has at least 100 opinion of us. And that gives us what? Extra dip rep. Yes, that would actually be quite helpful if I could see what was going on down there. Have I got that income in 1518? Who asks? It's a very good question. Trade is giving us a bunch of ducats, and I mean a huge bunch of ducats. We're pretty competitive in the Genoa node, and the Genoa node is pretty wealthy. Taxation's doing as well, and war reps round things off. Turns out being constantly at war and punching money out of people is pretty helpful. Ah yes, an extra maneuver pip. Just what I always wanted. The Isles has agreed to share their maps of the North Atlantic. Lovely. Yeah, and Italy is rich as well, as Map Waifu says. It is, yeah, Aragon is just insanely overpowered in the hands of a player, even a semi-competent player such as myself. Plus, you start building buildings early enough, they help you roll in the cash, you get more cash, you build more buildings. It's, yeah, printing money, the game. Yes, I didn't vassalize Biz. I was actually talking about this in the last stream I did, as an opening move. A powerful opening no CB on Byzantium. I can see why people do it. It's a very powerful move, and I have no problem doing it. It's just, it feels a little bit gamey. I mean, there's plenty of exploits to be had. There's plenty of corner cases in the game, quite to your advantage. And I do like vassalizing someone to drag yourself to war with their buddy defensively. I love that. Put it to good use over in India when I played their co-op recently. But yeah, it seems a little bit it's a little bit of an unusual opener, shall we say. One of the things I'm trying to do with this game as well is do my best to explain some basic mechanics. I have a good friend, who has been watching my Ayutthaya run for White Elephant. He's fairly unfamiliar with Europa as a game, because he's not played it. Fine. And playing a relatively straightforward nation in Western Europe is, I thought, a good way to show off some of the more basic mechanics. And if the first thing I did was to say, right, well, we've got this nation that's mostly here with a few islands here and a personal union here. What's our opening move? We're going to sail across to Greece, declare an OCB war on Byzantium, and then wait for the Ottomans to declare so we can call in our allies defensively. It seemed a bit confusing. Plus, I just want to play a relaxing game as fighting the Ottomans that early. It's a bunch of stress I don't need. I'll wait till they get big and strong. Well, I know CP if I get people control, then I can say it's the Fourth Crusade, but now with extras, yeah. Cardinal and administration, lovely. But it would take about 10 years, so I'm not gonna. And our truce with Portugal is up. Portugal, who are losing that war with Morocco, they're in fact losing it astoundingly badly. Those scores will stay there for a while. I have a free restoration of union against Portugal pretty much whenever the heck I want it. But I don't want it just now because it would push me over my... I'll let them colonize a little bit more. I ally everyone I can, go over dip limit, then no CB biz, wait till vassalize until auto declaring them, call in everyone to defensive war to cripple them more. Yep, that's a completely valid strategy, and string Ottomans, because as you rightly say, you deny them the Byzantine lands, you deny them some early expansion, the dog pile on them cripples their power. It's a very good strategy. I'm not going to deny that, but it was not for me. Yeah, that's right there. My waifu says this is the thickest autos I've seen in the current patch. Looks like there'll be a really good final boss lying there. They'll be fun to take on. Let's have a wee look at the Ottoman situation. Ah yes, top of the army leaderboard. Is there a way to get the game not to auto pause on opening the ledger? I necessarily want it to be paused here. There we go, just unpause it manually. Yep, I'm so smart. Yeah, so they're looking pretty beefy. Pretty beefy. I've seen beefier. Not recently, right enough, but that artillery is a little bit scary for this period. That force limit as well. Yeah, okay. Will be interesting to take on. They are the target of a coalition, though. Amount to much. Their only enemies are Aragon and... oh, that's me. Aragon and Austria. France have rivaled them as well. Yeah. Let's see. Of course, speaking of final bosses, I do need these two provinces from France, so I'm going to need to slap them at some point, and France are never a joke. Hit hard. But we shall see. I'll see. I mean, there's a lot of problems that money can be thrown at to solve. The Ottomans might be one of them. Giggles. Well, I will be making this C or RC, so we shall see. Speaking of pots of tea, I am going to take a quick water break. Back in a couple of minutes. I have a freshly topped up mug of tea. All is good in the world. I say all is good in the world. Actually, on the way to get that, I chanced a glance out the window and there's a dead bird on my lawn. Cats must have fun there. That's a job for me later. Go and clean up this. It's a glorious life that I lead, but somebody has to do it. That life. Looking for force limit. Pretty way under it, so let's get some more cavalry. Yeah, this, oh. Remember when I said Caraman was going to be around for a while? Well, that's doomed them. Those are the provinces needed for Consulate of the Sea. Thank you. Let's have a quick check of that in the achievement outliner. All Mediterranean centres of trade. Genoa, Venetia, Napoli. Okay, some of them I'll get. Yeah, I'm getting the last one until I do take it off. Wrench it from the Ottoman hands. Yeah, I was thinking about that, Ottoman. Thinking about that. I mean, they are doing fairly well, it has to be said. Okay. But oh, they share a they shared a border with Brandenburg. The difficulty, we can't see it, but the difficulty the Ottomans might run into is rebels. I've seen them expand wildly and then fall apart because they've had rebels in the other, and by the time they march from one to the other, Boats is this Valencia. Enough that unrest? I do. Bit of professionalism. Quickly. The rumour is spreading that Austria is preparing to attack Ottomans in a war of aggression. Austria, man. Even with all your friends, I don't think you stand a chance. Where even is your army? That's navies. That's probably why it's quite far down. It helps if I look at the right. Okay, right, fair enough. That's not quite so pathetic. Still, Austria. Why? What's your... What personality has made you do that? Threaten war, okay. I don't know if... Oh, they are in the coalition, so they'll call in... Venice, I think, is the biggest hitter in that coalition. Oh, Lithuania as well. Okay, that changes things. Although Lithuania... Dependent Lithuania, though. That's nice. Austria. Okay, Venice. Okay. Could be interesting. Keep my eye on the situation. I have the claims to jump on auto if it's looking really favourable. Lithuania doing Lithuania things is my wife. Yeah. Convert icon tempts me so. Actually, thinking about it, where is Annaba? I could throw down extra religious unity. See what that brings it down to. Yeah, that's much more reasonable. Yeah, extra forts from Lithuania would be helpful. You are quite correct, and it's a bit like the old what Britain contributes to joint exercises with the US. We give the enemy extra people to shoot at. Got a little bit political there, but why have I not made some? Oh, yeah, coalition cast this as well. Figures. Free money. So they're at war with Austria, Brandenburg, Ragusa, Venice, Silesia, Lithuania, the Palatinate, Alsace, Augsburg, and Baden. One to keep an eye on, definitely. Permanent claims in the Iraq region, yeah. I don't know if it's permanent claim so much as it is diplomatic insult, perhaps. Ah, Castile have embraced colonialism. That's nice. That'll help it spread to me. I get that I don't have all. Oh, I have. Alright, let's start going level 2s here. Bit prep guy though for the annexation. Very rarely promote advisors. Hey Jacket Man, good to see you again. Good to see you. We're just doing Aragon blob things. Taking over Italy. Very slowly. Yeah, who did you get an alliance with? Oh, no one. Well, our truce is short and we'll be up soon, so